turnout.
Well, guys, the Bears head coach told me before the game, this is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Bears ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Rocket. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Wildcats offense will have the football first. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. They say the tight end's always open, and he seems to always be, and he's always making big plays. Gonna run it. It's Harris. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They want to run this quarterback. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Back to throw, it's Duff. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. And the Wildcats with the 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Pressure coming. And it's a sack.
And the big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Promising start to that drive, sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Bears offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here comes DJ Lagway. They have a lot of confidence that he can get them in the right play and make the right calls. They'll run it to the right side.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Trying to escape and get it himself. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Lagway. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up with great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times, and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you did.
Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. The run inside. It's Jackson. Got enough for the first. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. They're going to ride this running back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Pulls it on the option. Sweet cut there. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for space. It's Jackson. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to the run. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Running inside, it's Jackson. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. Field goal is good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They'll move the wide receiver. Flagway wants to throw. Rushes on him. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Lagway. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line. The Wildcats line it up with a 1st and goal. Running the red zone. It's Jackson. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Scanning the field, it's Duff. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Wildcats! Into the end zone for 6. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Send the tight end in motion. Play fake Lagway. Buys a little time. With the catch, it's Freeman. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's Lagway to pass. Fires left side, it's Smith. First catch of the season for this highly talented wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. He gets away. There he goes. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Morris. Got enough for the first. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Baylor. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And the point after is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The play action fake. Fires one high and deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The hand to the running back. Might have a chance. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Kansas State in business in the red zone. On the option. Touchdown, Kansas State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
And he added the extra point. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. This quarterback part of their running game.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
The run inside. It's Jackson.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Dropping back, it's Duff. Williams open on the right side. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, they're after him. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. It's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Powers through the defender. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Over the middle, it's Williams. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Wildcats! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. And this junior signal caller has hardly been at his best. And when you've been around, when you're the veteran presence, you have to perform at a higher level. There's been next to zero execution in the passing game. They haven't taken care of the football, and they'll try to get something going, and they'll have to mount a rally. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. High the chains now on 2nd and long. He's going to run it. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. Right on the money. Breaks free, and he might be gone. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Bears are flying down the field. Lagway. Got a man. It's Freeman. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Lagway on the play action. Moving out to the right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. On the move. Fighting off the defender. Lots of running room. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Turner. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Throwing, Lagway. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. Skips away from pressure. Lets it fly. Makes the catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The Wildcats used the first of their 3 timeouts. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Baylor!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for a man. It's Duff. It's complete to the left. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's White. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now on the counter. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. Timeout taken by Baylor. It's 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Flagway wants to throw. Bringing the heat. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Escapes the pressure going right. This time it's complete. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's the pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. And the Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass, it's Flagway. Grabbed in the middle, it's Freeman. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Here's a heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Timeout taken here. 2nd one called by Kansas State. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And they head to the locker room, 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with around the country. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. They'll open the second half on the ground. Makes it past the marker. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Here's Lagway to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Smith. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. He'll pull it down. Like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception.
Here's a little room there. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going to the run, it's Turner. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Bears! Somehow they fought all the way back, and it's a one-possession game.
I mean, they didn't reinvent football on this drive. That was really impressive watching him just go down the field methodically, running the football a bunch, and finally punching it in. David, we saw the turnovers throwing the ball in the first half. They decided just to come out here in the second half now and just get back to the basics, and it really paid off for them.
I'm about to say, it's more of a necessity, right? Like this offense wasn't really good through the air. What do they do best? Pound the football. And it's not like we're not getting movement up front. This offensive line is doing a good job. And if they want to get back in this football game, you got to like the start right here in the second half. Like early in the second half, showing that you are physical and that you can still run the football even though you're trailing.
Second down coming up. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Snap from the gun on third down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Snagged out of the air. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And if I'm this defense moving forward, man, I'm going to start thinking about, like, this is the guy. They keep featuring him. I've got to take him out of the game. I got to find a way to double him. I got to find a way on third down to make sure this doesn't happen. This offense continues to run through him, and he continues to be successful.
Grab behind the line. It's Oakland. Could not make his way to the corner. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. To the air, it's Duff. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. Looking to throw again. Pressure coming. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. They'll look to pin them deep. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Baylor sends out the offense to go to work. A gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. And he works his way forward and finally down at the 15. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. The sure hands, it's Klopfenstein. Brought down at the 20. It's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They go right back to him. Got a little grass. Building momentum. Picking up a chunk of yardage. Moving the chains out to the 34. And the Bears look to keep this drive humming. They go play action with Lagway. Rushes on him. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Oh, he's got some space. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Pocket breaking down, and he never had a chance.
Offensively, I love balance. I love when I get some big gains on the ground, now taking shots down the field, but I gotta protect my QB. They did not keep him upright. He had a chance to make a play, especially after the big run play the play before. The defense was playing the run. QB couldn't get it done.
And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Play fake, Lagway plows through the defense. Tight end finds a soft spot.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback, after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? The Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Turner. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for space to the left. Touchdown, Bears! Somehow, they got up off the deck. They fought back, and they've tied the game.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's got an open man. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Motion from the wide receiver. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught behind the line. It's White. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Oh, they're after him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Bounced right back to them. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Now on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Lagway. Moves away as he feels pressure. Trying to get rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Caught in the backfield. It's Miller. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Makes a catch. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. The run inside. It's Turner. As the officials spot the ball, they've stopped play for an injured Baylor Bear. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Trying to impose their will with the run. Maybe some room here. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Lagway on the play action. Under fire. The ball is out behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Breaks into the open. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Give to the running back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. So now it's second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, running back. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And the Bears have a chance to make their defense's work productive as they come to the line. Bring in the heat. They get to him as he throws.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football. But the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun on third down, Lagway. Wide open downfield. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
As the officials spot the ball, they've stopped play for an injured Baylor Bear. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Snagged in the middle, it's Freeman. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Oh, look out, the ball's free. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on 2nd down. To the air, it's Duff. That's caught. It's White. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Under fire. Got rid of it just in time.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Kansas State really has this drive rolling. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. The Wildcats have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll move the wide receiver. Runs through the tackle. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And the Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. On the move. There's some room. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Great example of...
Oh, and they blocked it. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Throwing, Lagway. Here's the pressure.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Keeps it on the option. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So the defense trying to maximize their clock management. They use the timeout here, and the 2-minute stoppage is coming. Wide receiver going in motion. To throw, it's Duff. Here's a heat. And down he goes. So just 1 second before the clock would have stopped anyway. The defense uses a timeout here. And, of course, it'll stop again on the next play for the 2-minute timeout. And the try is no good. After the miss, the lead is still 4. Hands it off on the counter. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots, and gaining up some yards.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Makes the grab.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays, don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
Got his man down the middle. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains. Baylor Bears call their 3rd and final timeout. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
I absolutely hate that play call. At this point of the game, you're trailing, you're trying an outside run. It's a slow developing play.
The offense coughs it up. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Looking down the left side. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's not afraid to go deep. Incomplete on